Hi everyone. All right, this is the second time I've done this video because I finished the first one, which is about a change in Etsy's homepage structure for our shops. And then I noticed something after I was done that I think is even more important and very annoying. So let's go over to Etsy and let me show you what I am talking about. All right. So right now we're in the artisan shopping directory web Etsy shop, and this is just a companion shop for my website that I have to promote Etsy sellers, online shops, and it doesn't have to be your Etsy shop. You can advertise on this site. Go to my Teachable link in the description. You can see the details. But and you can use your website too. This is mostly just to help businesses. It's not just for helping Etsy shops, but that's a long story. And the point of this is that I don't sell much in this shop because it's just a companion site to the website so that I can have some products to list. It's a long story. Anyway, I don't sell things, physical products in the shop. It's all digital. So this is not true. Okay. And my point with pointing that out is that Etsy has redone this top part of your shop. This is the top part. And I don't have banners in my shops. I never have. But Etsy has redesigned this with nudges for customers. Okay. It's a nudge for a customer. Nudges are something that makes somebody do something without really realizing that they've been manipulated to make it, and the technical use of nudge was not to manipulate someone, but that's basically what it boils down to. They've changed this. I think that this was here before, but I don't know. But this is not true. And the nudges that are here for customers are for customers. They're not for us. So if you're looking around at your competition and it says that they're a top shop for gifts, don't believe it because nobody buys gifts in this shop. Nobody, it's all digital downloads. These are not gift items. But Etsy puts that there because they have a big emphasis on gifts now, and they're trying to get customers to trust the shops and buy more from them. Now, the other thing that I found was interesting is that they did change this, and somebody pointed this out in my Facebook group, which is why I realized that this was going on. They've added this latest activity thing, which in this shop, it says made a shop announcement, updated their shop policies, added an item to their shop, or marked an order as shipped. This is a digital shop. I don't ship anything. So again, is that when somebody downloads something? I don't know, but it seems like it would be an indication of just kind of basic listing activity, updating the shop policies announcement or selling something. This is new and this is for customers. Now, a lot of people probably on YouTube are going to get on and say, oh, well, this proves that your shop activity is important for your ranking. No, there's no. How does that prove anything? This is something that Etsy has put on here for customers. It might depend, but see the criteria here, mark and order is shipped, that does help your search ranking because that means you've sold something and Etsy likes it when things sell. But that doesn't guarantee, just because something shows up on here, it does not guarantee that this is part of your search ranking algorithm. Just saying, it could be in a certain way. I would say that if it is part of the algorithm, then it's probably minimal. And it could be a tiebreaker. It could be saying, like, these two shops are very similar. So which one is more active more recently? We'll put them higher in search. But nobody is going to get ranked at the top of the page just because you're active in your shop. It doesn't matter. I could come in here and list 20,000 rocks. That's 20,000 listings, and no one's going to buy one, and it's not going to put me up at the top of search. Okay, it's just not. So don't assume that just because something is in here, it means it is part of the search ranking algorithm. It might be small. Every piece of the algorithm has a weight. Some things are more important. Sales are important. So in this little thing, and I'm pointing at the drop down here that opens up when you hover over this, marked an order as shipped means that I sold something. So yes, that is important in the ranking algorithm. Updating your shop announcement, I don't think that that has anything to do with how you rank in search. Okay, so if you start seeing YouTube videos about, oh, this proves that activity in your shop is important to your ranking. No, it doesn't. And just because two things happen, it doesn't mean they're related. Just saying. Okay, now this is also something that they've done. They've kind of boxed this off, and they did have this before in a different kind of format, a different design. I don't ship anything. So there's no fast shipping badge. People don't send me messages. This is a digital download shop. They don't send me messages. So I don't have the response. But I did get a couple of other shops in my Facebook group who are members. Okay, they're artisan shopping directory. It's early, y'all. It's early. I haven't had enough caffeine. So I went over to a couple other shops just randomly. They have the same thing, mark the order as shipped, blah, blah, blah. they do have things that they ship. So they have the shipping thing, they have responsive because people send them messages. I don't get messages again, so I will never get that in my artisan shopping directory shop. Now, this was interesting. This was interesting to me because this shop is in Scotland. Okay, so this is in the UK. When you hover over this, there's nothing in this section about shipping. There's nothing in here about shipping an order. So is that because it's a UK shop? I don't know. But if you're a customer and you come here and you see that and they've taken that criteria out, I mean, I don't know. I would have to check with her to see if she sold anything since December. And we know with the crazy way that Etsy's been working lately, she may not have. I don't know. I doubt it. I think that she probably has. But this says latest activities December 29th. So I'm recording this in March, so that would be 3 months, right? So what I would do if I were her, and I will tell her this, is to go in and just update something, update the your shop announcement, just add an item to your shop. This is sneaky, isn't it? Adding an item to your shop will update this because that means you have to pay them 20 cents. Okay, how many 20 cents is that for a lot? But conspiracy theories aside, it could be Etsy trying to make more money. I don't think that's the purpose of this. The main thing that I found interesting with this change of format here is that our profile picture is gone. And that used to be right up here at the top. I don't know when this happened. It could have happened a couple weeks ago, but I don't think so because I've been on Etsy looking at shops and the picture is always here. And I know that because I'm like, this is, and I look over here to see whose shop it is. This is so-and-so's shop. This is her shop. The name isn't there anymore. And to get the name of the person who owns the shop, you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to see Bridget's name. So this to me is the more interesting change. Okay, this is interesting, but this is a customer nudge. This is something for customers to realize how active you are in your shop, okay, which is important for us to know now. However, the lack of our name and our picture on there, I don't like that. And I'm hoping that this is a test, but I don't like that they've taken that off. This is kind of like it's more of the homogenization of Etsy. It's more of making Etsy the platform so that when people buy something, they don't say they bought it from you, they bought it from Etsy. When is Etsy going to ship my order? I get good stuff on Etsy. I get terrible customer service on Etsy because they don't have a phone number. You know, I mean, Etsy wants people to think of Etsy as where they got the stuff. They don't want them to think of it as your shop. It's just something for us to think about and be aware of. And I just wanted to point that out. And I only noticed it after I did the whole video about the activity thing. So it is important to have the activity, not necessarily for ranking, but just for customer visuals. But the lack of our picture in the shop really irritates me. And I hope that they replace it. I hope that this is a test and they put it back because it says a lot if they don't. All right, give this video a thumbs up and I will talk to you later.